I can always like to identify myself domestic engineer because I do the engineering at home to manage things right. We have all mentioned a bit of what we do to ensure that we make ends meet without crying too much. But I know that you always tell me that there is money to be made at any point in time. And it is biting right now. What can we do to ensure that we have extra income, perhaps reduce our leisure time and create more money time?
You see, I've been hearing women talk about this issue of hardship and everything, and they keep referring to food, 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 food. What to change is our style and our taste. If you really look at, we're living excessively beyond our means before now. We just went crazy. If you go to a woman's wardrobe, for instance, it's like a boutique. And we want to make up to go to those parties and all that. They spend almost 13,000 to 50,000 to do their face and hair and everything. If we can change, because what is happening now will enable people change the way they think, the way they do things. All we need to do is cut our excesses and begin to look at the opportunities. Everywhere you have a challenge, there are loads of opportunity. So what has happened now, what is happening now, the dollar exchange rate and everything is an open new opportunity for everybody to make money. The dynamics of doing business has changed. People are using their phone now as their market. And today you are talking about people having things difficult. Anything that you are selling today, you can make $1 million a month selling it. It was not possible before.
Anything you're selling?
Yes, challenge with any item. All you need to do is tap into the market size of Nigeria. Nigeria has a market that is so big, unexploited, because the mindset has been damaged. Politicians make money, the bandits and others make money. They don't do anything, so nobody wants to do anything anymore. So the mind is where the problem is. But if you look at the other flip side, if you were import dependent and were buying everything from outside the country, now the exchange rate has gone up to 1,500. Why don't you change to becoming export dependent? Let's start exporting. Do you know if we change the way we do things, you ask me yourself, how can somebody make 1 million? You can make $1 million a month selling grass. You can make $1 million a month selling yam. Was it possible before? No. Let me give you an example of how you can sell yam and make $1 million a month. And you don't need to touch the yam these days. You don't need to stock the yam. Go to Zuba where they bring yam into Abuja. A tuber of yam there is 1,000. When that yam gets to Wuse market or Utako market, it becomes 2,000 to 3,000. Tell the malam that you want to help him sell. Heap the yam, 100 heaps, 50, 20, 10. Take the picture and take it to the office and give it to an IT expert. I want 10,000 people to see this yam that I'm selling. My own price is 1,500 and let 10,000 people see it online. You will make $1 million this month. So what we need to do is to reorientate the mindset of our people. We were living excessively. You go to a party, you see people drinking champagne as if they are drinking Coke. You go to people are doing parties. By the time you size what they are wearing in the party, you almost faint. My dear, even during war, people make money. What is happening in Nigeria now is that we need to have somebody that to change the narrative and what people hear, what people see, and what they feel. That's why I don't like hearing the negatives. Continue to bring out the positive for people to know that, look, Nigeria still remains the investment bride of the world. We have the market size that most people don't have to take advantage of. So this is the time to start reorientating the mindset of our people. If you are used to eating tuwo, if you're used to eating tuwo in the north, and they take you to Aba to eat akpu, you say akpu is smelling. But when you get used and start eating it gradually, you start changing and start liking the akpu. What we have now is a situation. We need to change our mindset so we can start seeing how we can live better than we were living before. We're not living before. We're doing everything excessively. But now,
Francis, can I ask a question?
Yes, ask the question.
What was the correlation between women talking about food and our boutique hotel, our boutique wardrobe?
When you were talking about cutting sizes, I was hearing all of you talk about cutting things down, and all you were cutting was food.
Okay, we didn't
No,
cut
but
down
she
our
mentioned her clothing.
The real thing that needs to be cut is our excesses, our lifestyle, the way we dress, the way we do things. We actually went overboard. Look at the phone people are carrying. The people who make the phone, they don't carry these phones that we are carrying. Look at our young girls and young boys. Look at the phones they are carrying. If you are carrying a phone of 1 point something million naira and you are saying you should cut cost on food, You should cut your cost on your style.
But I think we are talking about the average elite, the elite Nigerian. We're talking about the common man. The percentage of people who carry these phones, how many percent is that? We're talking about the average Nigerian man and woman today.
Yes.
They don't have those phones. They don't even have phone.
Yes.
Those are the ones we're talking about.
What you mentioned about clothes, it got me. I remembered something somebody once told me she did. At a point, she needed money, and she said her clothes were expensive, so she decided to do a sellout of some of the things she had. Mm-hmm. She wore them herself, took pictures, and posted. It was her clothes from her closet, and people came in. She said she sold and made almost 1.7 million naira out of her clothes.
Correct.
And she was able to pay for whatever she needed to pay. I think it was school fees or so for her children. So it's important really to think outside the box. Look around us and see what you can do. For instance, I keep telling people, instead of wasting food, you say you have dogs. I don't have dogs. I really don't
give people around me who live around me who can eat.
Exactly. If you have leftovers, there are ways you can recycle them in the morning.
Yes.
Madam, you're talking about this fashion and all that. Go and look at an average woman's wardrobe. Even look at the parties they are doing now. Look at the way they go out for parties.
No, who is the average woman you're talking about?
No.
Who is the average woman?
I think you're missing, Francis, I think you're missing something.
Please, I want challenges.
Yeah, no, I think you're missing something.
Yes.
You see, the problem here is that you see an average woman and you think she is all that. Excuse me, all the things I'm wearing, I look expensive. But guess what? I'm not expensive.
You are expensive.
I'm not.
Look at your hair.
No,
Look at your hand.
let's take out the hair. Let's take out the hair.
But the hair is on your body.
No.
Why are you taking out the hair?
Let me. If you heard me when I said I had not bought wigs.
Yeah,
it's an old one. That's
It's an
why she
old
said
one,
take it away.
and it was cheap. When I mean cheap, it was cheap.
Nigerian women are not cheap.
No. You see,
Not all.
The thing I do is that luckily I come from a privileged home. That I would say any day, and I thank God for it. So I was taught. You see, when you are born into something, you don't wake up one day, I want to be like this person. Yeah. I'm competing. No, I don't do it. I know my size. I don't look at a slim person and I say I want to wear the outfit that person is wearing. Oh, I love the jewelry. One thing I'm good at is admiring people. Oh, I love it, looks good on you, and I walk away. I was big ups on buying gold. I stopped. I have friends who are dropping in diamonds. I see them and I say, beautiful. But guess what I found? I now make the things I wear look beautiful on me. And when they see me with my banda, they are loving it. So if anybody, all these things I'm wearing, they're not gold. But when people see me, they think it's expensive. So I always tell people.
How many people even know the gold?
That's it.
Very few people know
because
what gold
one thing
is.
I notice is that copy has taken over everything.
Yes.
And the ones that have the copy, it looks nicer on them than the ones that are using the originals.
Because the originals are not big enough. They don't show off as good as the costume.
So you see, the thing here is that just look for what you're comfortable with, what you can afford.
Anyway, madam.
Stop doing what other people are doing because you want to belong.
Yes, the area I was going to on cutting our coat to according to size is not in food. There are a lot of other excesses that we need to look at. So we need to start living normal and better.
Recently, I got talking with a friend, and the daughter is getting married. She actually said she wanted a shrebi, around. And I said, I'm happy. What are we buying? Are we buying lace? Are we buying Hollandis? Are we buying this? She said, no. We're just going to do a pink color for up and down, and then we buy a damask for the head. I looked at her and said, why are you doing this? I know she can afford, anything she wanted us to do. I also know her friends can afford. Maybe I can't or I can, but I know that most of her friends can.
You can.
So she said, no, times are hard. I don't want people to spend money unnecessarily.
If I tell them to wear color,
so they're just going to do pink for me from their wardrobe.
Yes.
And they buy a little damask on the head.
In fact, they should hear this because if we can control that, we'll reduce a lot of the pressure that people are going
money
through.
on. Last Christmas, I had more than 8 people doing one thing or the other, giving me ashwebi to wear. And they didn't come cheap.
Ashwabi is a business.
You know,
my darling,
and I told myself I didn't want
darling,
to.
let me chip into that. And thank you. You were talking about me.
It's her daughter,
which is a
actually.
good thing. You know, the thing here is, I have this big auntie, you know, and she likes me. I think she thinks I have money, but she doesn't know. I don't. It doesn't work for me like that. And she called me. Oh, your girl is getting married and all that. I said, Auntie, congratulations and all that. And she said, I'm going to put you in a WhatsApp group. I'm sick of all those WhatsApp groups because I have too many. You're paying for this, you're paying for that. But well, if you're somebody that is big up on friends, that's what happens to you. So she now said Ashabi is coming and they will put everything on the chat. And the next thing I woke up one morning and I saw 85,000. The first thing I said was, wow. No, I didn't say anything. So there was somebody there that is on that chat who is a bit, you know, and she just went, well, I don't know what's happening in Nigeria. Why are you people making Ashabi 85,000? I thought she didn't have to say anything. Then, guess the typical Nigeria, the thing caught fire. You know, they were breaking tables and all that. And somebody said, yeah, if you can't afford it, you don't have to say it. The bottom line is that you don't have to pay, which I agree with. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching 85,000. The lady that normally sews my outfit used to sew for 60,000. I just chatted her up and she told me 150. And I'm like, if I'm buying an Ashwebi for 85,000, I'm sewing for 150. How much do you have left? Nothing.
You're sewing for 150.
Yes, that's
So
what she
everything
How will
is
you be sewing something for 150? What are they going to do to you?
I don't understand.
150 is even.
Is it embroidery?
No, 150 is even cheap.
Oh my God.
I'm being honest with you. 150
Please
is
bring it also
Please
for you.
don't make my fashion designer begin to get ideas.
Get ideas.
It's
No.
not cheap.
But you
I wasn't
see,
happy
bring
when
it
I
also
paid
for
for this
you.
no,
one.
but let me tell you,
How much do you pay for that?
anybody who
You
does
see where you have to
not
cut.
150.
No, those are the places where you have to
don't
cut
get
in
it. You see,
Nigeria.
you don't get it. You see, let me tell you. I know they pretend. I have my guy that is sewing for 10,000. But you see, sometimes when we go to this kind of people, unfortunately, your body structure is a problem. So most people can't get that body structure. For Devon, there are a lot of people who can get that body structure. For Coach D, they can get it. But for people like me, there's a problem. But you know what I told her? There's no fight. That person that cannot get it, I've given him sample, he go copy. Whether he gets it or he doesn't get it, I'm going to wait. When he keeps doing over and over again, it's better for me to pay that cheap amount. 150, excuse me, I'm going to wait for only 4 hours.
I think that people should go and learn a bit of these things.
Yes.
Even if it's just to cut Buba and Euro for yourself, you save a lot of time.
I agree.
Your makeup, learn to do your
Yeah,
makeup, so
I
you
agree.
don't need to
Like
pay
we said
for
last
it.
week.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I need to quickly explain. At a point, he was talking and I started laughing. You said something about Akbu and Tuwon Shinkafa and all this. Now, I come from Benue State. If it is not pounded yam, it is not food.
Yes.
Especially among Tiv
His
people.
mindset.
Now, I remember when we were in school in the university. So you're always broke in university. You're always broke.
So you
never have money. So, there was the regular pounded yam joint and everything. And then I guess one other lady had this idea of setting up an akpu
Beautiful
joint, you know.
You know, go sell.
And what students started, because in Tivland, it's almost like wearing a badge of poverty when you are seen eating akpu. It's like your own done. You understand? So here we were in school, and people would go to the akpu woman's hut as discreetly as possible, then try to emerge through the pounded yam place so that they wouldn't be seen emerging from the akpu joint, and then they'll talk to you and their breath will just make the announcement, because akpu just has this thing, it's made of cassava, I think slightly fermented.
Yes.
So it just, and you're like,
I think it's the old type.
and it's
the
really
ones we are
sad,
doing now.
it's sad because, like I said, you're a student, you're in university, you need to eat. There's nothing wrong with akpu, you understand? But because over time, there's this thing of pounded yam is better than akpu and something. So it became like almost a status symbol that you are eating pounded yam, or you are not eating akpu.
Which is why you
Okay,
can't
because
so
that was why when you
That's
said
why
that, I started
it
laughing.
depends. You see, like I'm an
According to
Eforiro person. I grew up in the north and I grew up in Lagos. I like Eforiro. I like a furrow with locust paints.
Yeah.
The one that, okay, I'm not one of those people who use cutlery. I use
my hands too.
I use my hands to eat. And somebody complained once and said, most of the time when you did chop, they smell or something like that. So you know what I did? I now started using, I always tell people, when you're washing your hand, put lemon.
Yes.
Instead of buying,
Yes.
instead of getting wipes,
Yes.
because wipes are expensive. Because that's what I told a friend of mine. Because we normally use the Zingy wipes, and I looked at it. The Zingy wipes, one now is £3. So one day I calculated. I said, if I eat all these times and I'm using the Zingy, it'd be very difficult. What did I do? I put lemon, I put water, I wash my hands.
No, even when you're done eating, you can take your water with lemon. It helps to also give you
I don't know what I use. What I use is breath mints, chewing gum.
Mr. Francis, somebody is asking you a question here. He said, I'm a civil servant and my salary is not enough. Mr. Francis, please, can you tell me what else I can do to augment because my family is suffering?
So many things. You see, what it needs to start with, they have this disposition that I'm a civil servant, I'm not supposed to do business and all that. But you can use people who are talented. Today, what the biggest problem we have in Nigeria is that those who are talented are looking for money. Those who have money don't know what to do with their monies. And those in power, they don't have time. All you need to do today in today's environment is look around you. There are people who have shops today, they are not selling because they don't know that selling has moved online. There are people today who are talented who don't have people that they can do business with. So what that civil servant needs to do to augment is making money. Is just look for 3 or 4 people who have something to sell. Tell them I will help you sell. Go to somebody that is an IT person. Tell the IT person I'm employing you to sell for me. Whatever you are selling, put it online and put your phone number there and put the price. Make sure the price is good enough, better than what you have in the market. If 10,000 people can see it online, you have made 1 million naira. Anything you want to sell in Nigeria today, you can make 1 million naira a month selling it. And the real place to put it is online. The internet is the business language of today's business. That's why I'm saying today that we're going to talk about this. When I was coming, I say, let's enlighten Nigerians to know that looking for money to set up a business is not the norm anymore. Anybody that is staying at home today jobless, come. I will show you how you can start a business today without 1 naira. I can make you a landlord without 1 naira in your pocket. The mind must change, and what government needs to invest in today is to reorientate the mindset of our people to make them know that there is change. The environment people feel that they don't need to look they don't have jobs because they don't have contact, they don't have money to start business. They sit at home, and that's why the poverty and everything, unemployment is increasing every day. Do you know you can employ somebody and you make money? Just look at the unemployment market today. Is that not money in the streets of Nigeria? Can I show you how I can employ somebody and I will make over 1 million naira today?
Sure.
Okay. If you put a notice out there today that you want to employ anybody, they will come in their numbers.
Yes.
I want to employ an IT expert, somebody that knows how to sell online. If salary is 300,000, for example, and I put the person in my office, that all you'll be doing in this office is to put people's businesses online. Your salary is 300,000. If I turn around and announce to the public that, look, anybody that wants to make his business go out to 10,000 people, they should come to my office. I charge only 50,000 naira. How many people do you think will come with the 10,000 people seeing it online? If only 100 come out of the 10,000 and they pay 50,000 naira each, I've made 5 million naira.
How many people have 10,000 naira?
What are you talking about? Nigeria, do you know what Nigerian population is? I just told you about selling yam, you make 1 million naira.
So
you can't sell yam.
Are you saying you're making 1 million every month?
Me?
Yeah.
I make much more than that. And I'm going to show you.
You did every day. You said every day.
He said every month.
Okay,
Every month.
Okay.
If you want to sell it every day, you can sell it. You can do it. I just told you you can make 4 million employing an IT expert. Are there not people out there to employ? Okay, let me tell you. Even a barber can make over 300,000 a month, but they are earning 30,000 now because the mindset is skewed. A caterer came to my office. He said, I hear you teach people how to increase monies that they make. And I told the caterer, how much do you make now a month? He says he makes 100,000 naira because he's confining herself to people she knows.
Yeah.
I said, okay, you need only 5 customers now. You'll be making 1 million naira a month. He said, how? The caterer does not have access to people. I said, go to your church administrator or mosque administrator. Tell the church administrator that anybody that comes to do wedding or marriage or burial, refer them to me. I cook very well. Put your flyer on the table of the church administrator. That any money I make from what I'm doing, I will give you 20%. How many people do you think that church administrator will send to her?
Everybody.
To her? Okay, I want to tell you another thing now. Because anywhere I go, I see people and I just show them how they can make money. I went to a spa, they were massaging me. The young lady was earning just 50,000 a month. When I asked her, I said, do you know you can make 1 million doing this same thing that you are doing? If we can change the way you think. He said, how? I said, you need only 5 customers, 3 to 5 customers. He said, how? I said, go to the National Hospital, ask to see the matron. Tell the matron, any rich man or woman that has stroke, I will manage them in their houses. I charge 100,000 a month. Anybody you send to me, I will give you 20% of the money. How many people do you think the matron will send to her? If the matron send only 5 people to her, she has made 500,000. You will give the matron 100,000. Supposing she has 3 matrons in 3 hospitals, will she not make 1 million naira? Sure. I dare anybody today that is complaining that there's no money in Nigeria. It's a lie.
There's no money.
Money is on the street. Challenge me. I'm telling you now. Challenge me with any business you want to do. I will show you how you can make over 1 million naira a month, including selling grass.
Well, somebody says he's a comedian and he wants people to know him. How should he go about it? His name is Godwin. Let me just take the next one again. I think they're almost together. The other person says,
please throw them in. I want to answer questions.
Which business is profitable for a student to do that he's in school?
It's online.
Okay.
It's online. Every student today can actually pay their own school fees. Okay. Because the phone, and Nigerians are using phone to do selfie and all that. This phone is the market today. There is nothing you put here and really advertise properly that you will not make 1 million naira a month.
If I may comment, sorry.
Yes.
While I appreciate everything he's saying, and it is very, very true.
Yeah, it is.
The present and the future is digital. However, what I have found is, for some bizarre reason, the typical employed Nigerian has a stupid sense of entitlement that doesn't work.
They don't even want to work.
Let me explain. First of all, they don't want to work.
Yes.
They want to be paid for doing
nothing.
I'm sorry. There's where I'm going with this. That place where you are, dare to do things properly.
Differently.
Just dare to start doing things differently. Even if you're in the public sector, even if you're a civil servant, before God and man, if you have a boss that fears God, one day he will recommend you for a job outside that place where you can actually earn money that is worth the kind of attitude you have to work. Mm-hmm. Now, let me give a very good example. Was it sometime late last year, I needed to go for an engagement somewhere, and I got on the phone to a cameraman. I know how to do camera work, but I cannot be doing MC and camera at the same time. So I needed a camera person to come and film me and take photographs and everything. We agreed on everything. We agreed on the price and so on and so forth. We agreed on where we would meet, how I would pick him up, and all of this. Everything done, dusted. On the day this person was to show up, not only did he not show up, till today, this person did not send me a text to say, I am very sorry, this thing happened, so I couldn't show up. Can I link you up with my friend or my colleague that can stand in my place? Nothing. Yes. Silence. Yes. Death. I called, his number was not going through that morning, so I said, okay, maybe he lives in one of these places where they have power challenges, his phone is dead, he'll probably reach me. That was it. Nothing happened. Now, take your conventional, I know cameramen that have been working for 10 years that will give you shaky shots.
I know.
You go out with them into the streets and they'll come back with videos that are like this. There's no audio. The pictures are blurred. Why have you been carrying a camera and working as a cameraman for 10 years? Practically every day you are holding, and you have not improved. But you want to be paid for that. Now, if you keep 50 cameramen that have that stupid approach to their work, and you bring out just one that is willing to show up on time, give you steady videos with good audio that are not blurry, before God and man, the customer base that guy will have, it will look as if he's the only customer here, he's the only camera person here in Abuja. Mm-hmm. So outside of even doing the innovative things, the old things that you are already doing, how well are you doing them? As a civil servant, you're meant to be at the workplace. Let's assume you're supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. You show up 9:45. Your boss is like, what happened now? And you flare up. you get angry, you get worked up, you are vibrating.
No, the one that is even very annoying.
If
is
you are
they,
given
they
a
come,
query,
they come in like 11 o'clock. Somebody is waiting. This is my personal experience. I went to a public place. I got there by 10. The person wasn't there. I hovered around until about almost 11. She came in. I followed her to the office. She said, "Madam, excuse me, I want
She
to
has
pray."
to pray.
I was like, "What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm in a hurry, and you're telling me that you needed to pray first.
Yeah.
Didn't you pray at
That's
home?"
what they
The
always
fact that, and I keep asking, was Sabbath meant for man or man for Sabbath? I really don't know. Somebody will still answer that question, because you're working in a secular environment, and God, they say it lives in you. You can speak to Him even as you're driving.
Correct.
You can speak to Him as you're walking in. You don't need to disturb your work because you need to pray, and you're already late. That kind of prayer, I don't think God
and
will answer it.
meanwhile,
the
if
question-
you now find a boss that tries to, no, this is, you can't do this. You cannot be coming in a cool 1 hour, 30 minutes late every day, regardless of you're supposed to show up at 8 o'clock. She's wicked.
When
She
I was
hates me.
coming,
She doesn't want my progress.
When I was-
What kind of rubbish? You with that kind of attitude and mentality, you will not progress, even if you have your own thing. If you have your own gig and you already have this dirty attitude,
No, but
you won't be able to make your own thing work.
You know what Francis said about looking at your environment and trying to. I made money during COVID. When COVID was finishing, I was sad. Oh yes.
It's a lie.
Let's say during lockdown.
No, okay, let me
sickness you were sad
say
about
the
lockdown.
lockdown. Let me tell you why.
I like the way the direction of the discussion is going now.
You know, and you know what happened? Because I love to dress. So you know what I did? I went to look for all those masks that had all those beautiful colors, you know, and all that. So when I do it, because I'm a picture person, so I'll put it on my status. Oh, you have to get this, you have to get that. With all those shields, I had colors and all. So anytime if I'm wearing orange, I wear orange. If I'm wearing purple, and guess what? Even the guys,
We're asking for
they
it.
were asking for it. Then they now started giving it as gifts for weddings, different things, you know. And
They will even use it for a show too.
I said, no, we did. There was this wedding. When they called me, I was in Lagos, and they said, we need 100. I said, 100. But you see, there were some little girls who wanted to buy off me. And they said, oh, Auntie, only 1,000. I'm making profit only 1,000. And I looked at them. I said, with a million step, you start with one step. There's nothing wrong with 1,000. If you have 10 1,000s, you make 10,000. It goes a long way. Then I used to use it to buy my fuel. There were so many things I was doing, and I was enjoying it. From the money I was making, I was buying more. After a while, then I say, Madam, you know what? Let us give you everything. And I made more money. I was in Lagos. People were asking for it. I sent it on through what do you call this? GIG and the courier services and everything. The mindset Nigerians have is that they want to make millions.
Yes.
All right, before you continue, I know that there are so
There's
many
some
people
questions.
who are asking me for Mr. Francis' contact, that they want to make money. I'll just give everybody at the same time. I don't want to read them one by one because there's no time. At the end of the program, I will be sending out his number with your permission, right?
They are free.
So I'll be sending his contact to you. And so many messages here. Let me see the ones I can take. Good morning. Please, I want to talk to Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis, how can I make money by selling dogs? Anyway,
They're
dogs.
selling dogs. Okay.
Dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
but they're buying them.
Perhaps when you talk with them
Security.
one-on-one, you get to explain these things. But I want to take our
I'll
final.
give you the principles of making money generally, because when I was coming here today, what was in my mind is I will have the opportunity to talk to Nigerians about how to look up and not look down. We're in a situation, yes, things are tough, exchange rate is going up, price of food and everything has gone up. What you need to do is to adjust and look up and begin to look at the new opportunities of making money and how you can use the circumstances to start making money. Today, we have a lot of people unemployed on the streets, talented people, and that's what we always have in the world. All you need to do is from looking for a job, begin to provide job. It's money on the streets. Greetings, everybody. Please, if you are here currently, just put your name on the social media handles that you are watching from. Money on the Street is an advocacy program targeted at reducing unemployment, poverty, and crime rates in our country, Nigeria. It is for everybody. The unemployed, those who have ideas but don't have money and are still sitting at home, those who are poorly paid salaries that don't take them home, and those who have businesses but struggling with the business. Today's topic is how to use collaboration to grow your business and how to use collaboration to succeed with what you do and choose to do. My name is Francis Daniel Okumagba, a mentor, counselor, business strategist, life and wealth coach. I help people succeed in what they do or choose to do. Today, there are a lot of challenges in Nigeria. Nigerians are complaining and everywhere of problems of making ends meet. This program will expose you if you are doing business. It will expose you if you are poorly paid. It will expose you if you are at home doing nothing. And how you can get to your next level with tips that I give every week. In today's topic, I am going to be talking about how you can actually grow your business, get to your next level, or start a business using collaboration. Now, collaboration is one of the most strategic things for anybody to do. Because the business you want to do, anything you want out of life today is in the hands of human beings. Human beings are the ones who will sell to. Human beings are the ones who will buy from. Human beings are the ones that will work for us. Human beings are the ones we work for. And human beings are the ones you can collaborate with to get success. Nobody is complete. That's how God created us. God created man as man, gave him the male organ, but the man cannot use that male organ without looking for a woman. God also gave women the womb to nurse children and to incubate children, but they cannot be mothers if they don't have a man. It's the same thing with business. Those that are talented are looking for money. Those that have money are looking for what to do with the money. And those who are very influential never have enough time. If you try to do things on your own, you can't go far. There are some people that have money to actually establish a shop, but don't know how to sell. There are those who know how to use the internet to sell very well, but they don't have what to sell. So in today's Nigeria, if you really want to be successful, if you really want to start that business, you must have to learn human relationship, interpersonal skills. Human relationship is the most strategic relationship to have, because what you need today is in the hands of somebody. If you take human beings out of any setting, you reduce the setting to a carcass. If you remove men and women and children from a home, it becomes an empty house. If you look at offices, the marketplace, the supermarket, take out the human beings out of the equation, you will have nothing left to deal with. So many people are struggling today because they are trying to do it on their own. You can't succeed alone as an individual. Money is in the streets of Nigeria, and everything you need to succeed is around you. All you need to do is open your eyes. If a man wants to be successful, if a man wants to have children, go out to look for a woman. In collaboration with a woman, he's able to make babies. He's able to fill the gap of what a woman can provide for him as an individual. A woman will provide the womb to have children. A woman cooks for you. A woman makes the house. A woman makes so many things happen around the man. In fact, a woman completes a man. So if you don't want to collaborate and you don't want to get into working with other people that have what you don't have, you can't go far. And that's why a lot of people are struggling today. Those who are at home, they are probably supposed to collaborate with somebody that has money, who is employing people. Somebody that is doing business, all he needs to do to expand his business is probably collaborate with somebody that has how to sell to more people, or are facilitators, or are people who have access. If you are selling any item in the market today, and you have somebody that has access to a large number of those people that you need to reach, and you're able to collaborate with that person, you will make progress. If you have something to sell today and you are selling in a shop that only about 10 people come to, you probably will not sell the type of volume that will make you make 1 million naira a month. But if you know somebody that has an IT skill and you come out to collaborate with that IT person and you tell the IT person, please sell me my product or services online. The money we make from it, we will share it. You will sell to over 10,000 people. That 1 million naira you're trying to make a month, you will make it. And if you can make 1 million naira a month and you share 40% of that money to the people that make it happen, of course you are doing very well. Now, if you're able to collaborate with more than 1, 2, 3 people, it means you can easily expand that business beyond the reach that you'll have ever had. Many people are limited today because they are trying to do it themselves. Don't do it yourself. Money is on the street. I help people succeed in what they do or choose to do. If you have any business that you are into today, begin to ask questions in the chat box. I will give you tips on how you can actually expand that business. Use people around you to expand that business. Use competition to expand that business. Use collaboration to make that business reach out to more people. The one who has access to people don't have what to sell. I gave examples in the past. I like repeating some of these examples. A masseuse who was massaging me looked at me and I asked how much you earn here in this place you work. He said 50,000 naira. I said, yes, you are making 50,000 naira because you are working alone. You are trying to do everything yourself and you don't have access to people who really need this, your services. If you look out to collaborate with 2, 3, or 4 or 5 matrons of hospitals who see patients every day, if you go to that matron and tell the matron, please, any rich man or woman that has stroke, I manage them in their houses. I charge 100,000 naira a month, and whatever I'm paid, I will give you 20% of it. Excuse me. I'll give you 20% of it. I'll give you 20% of it. That matron will probably send you about 3 to 5 people. If he sends you 5 people, for example, you will have made 500,000 naira. You give the matron 100,000 naira. You have netted 400,000 naira. If you are able to have 3 or 4 or 5 matrons, multiply that by the 400,000, you can imagine what that young lady can be making. There are a lot of people today who are working alone, who are trying to work on their own. You cannot expand, scale up your business working alone. And now, if you really want to work with other human beings, you have to be able to get out to people and get to talk with people and get to work with other people that will make you succeed. I have also given examples in the past of a caterer who was very good in cooking but didn't have access. So she was making under 100,000 naira a month. And all he needed to do was to collaborate with 3 or 4 or 5 religious administrators, church administrators, mosque administrators. When you go there, give them your flyers of what you use and what you cook, and tell them, whoever you introduce to me to do their wedding, their burial ceremonies, or birthdays, to cater for them, I will give you 20% of whatever they pay me. She collaborated with 3 or 4 or 5 church administrators. She makes over 1 million naira a month. What are you doing? What business are you into? I want to hear what you are into, and I want you to begin to ask me questions so I can give you examples of how you can expand that business. I've used a masseuse and a matron. I've used a caterer and church administrators. You can also use 3 or 4 or 5 digital marketers. Digital marketers are people who sell things online. If you have 3 to 5 digital marketers and you give them your product to put out there for you, and that whatever they attract to you, you give them 20% of it, you will make in excess of 1 million naira a month. Are you challenged? Where are you in your business? People complain that, oh, things are hard. Naira and dollar exchange rate has gone to 1,500. There is no food. Things are difficult. Things are not difficult. It is the mind that is in prison. You can't do it alone. In this generation, today, what I'm talking about is collaboration. Collaboration makes it bigger and makes it better. You can use collaboration to expand the capacity that you have to sell. You can use collaboration to actually increase your outlet to the number of people that you can actually reach. If you are not collaborating, how many people can you see in a day? If you have a shop, you probably see about 5 to 10 people in a day. But if you are putting your items in 5 different shops, you are collaborating with those shop owners, you will have access to selling your things through 5 opportunities. If you are able to put it online, you have even expanded the opportunities to over 10,000 people. I invite you today, I have an ICT hub. If you know you are in business and you are not able to reach out to 10,000 people, locate me now with this number. I will direct you to my ICT hub. They will package you online and ensure that you reach out to over 10,000 people. I would like to take questions now because I actually like answering questions to people. Please drop your questions. And as you are dropping your questions, also try as much as possible to spread the link so that more people will have access to it. I see a question here, Rume Daniels. I'm sure Rume Daniels is actually with us from Warri. The question is a training services provider for companies and he wants access. If you want access and you are a training company, what you need to do is package yourself for credibility. Put what you do online today. Get 2 or 3 digital marketers. Create content that will show the capacity that you have, the testimonies that you have actually gotten from what you are doing. Show the profile of some of the jobs that you have done. And let that IT expert throw it to over 10,000 people. Your number of engagement will increase significantly. Now, don't sell only your training. Collaborate with other trainers. Make sure you have trainers that are doing leadership, management, sales, and other areas of training. So when you are presenting your training packages, you have enough training to actually present. Also present trainings that you know are the critical things that people are suffering, what people are looking forward to learning, what people want to know. If you do that and create a competitive advantage, and you put the competitive advantage online, you will succeed and exceed your returns. In fact, you will not make anything less than 1 million naira a month. I dare you, ask questions. I want to get your questions today. A lot of people have been talking about the environment. They've been talking about the circumstances. They talked about how Nigeria, things are difficult in Nigeria. I dare you now, come. Whatever you are doing today, you can make over 1 million naira a month with mentorship and business consultation. I offer mentorship and business consultation to open people's eyes to what they don't know, to open people's eyes and minds to what they can do with other people that can make them succeed. You don't even need to have a talent today. You don't need to know how to sell. You don't need to actually have access to people. There are people who have access to people, and all you need to use them is pay them salaries. Now, I'm going to use this to also tell people again, don't just employ right. Don't employ your relatives. Don't employ people that you go to church or mosque with. Don't employ people from your town. Don't employ people of your race, because you might just be employing sentimentally. They come out and they don't do the job. You'll be paying salaries that don't make any impact. And when you employ, make sure you give the right incentive. And if you know the person is good, continue to increase that allowance. Give them incentive to have commission. Because if you do it right, you will have the opportunity of getting the best skills that you have out there. There are too many talented people on the streets of Nigeria. Every talent you need today is on the street. All you need to get that talent is be ready and promise to pay the person a salary at the end of the month. And at the end of the month, the person will have made for you 10 times what you are paying him or her. Anybody you employ that does not provide the money to pay his salary is not worth the position. Ask your questions, please. Can I get questions from the TikTok? Can I get questions from Facebook? Can I get questions for those in YouTube and other social media handles? I want to take more questions. Omolayo Ajayi, I want to go into diapers business, sir, how do I go about it? Diapers is in the market. Look for 3 or 4 or 5 people that sell it. Make sure you go to the original source so you can get the right price. Look at the price they are selling diapers in the market and the supermarket. Create a competitive advantage by making sure your own price is better than what they are offering. Tell 5 different people that are selling that you will help them sell. So you have enough to sell. When you have that number, get an IT expert, package you properly, and present you online and put your phone number there. You will start selling diapers for people who are in shops who don't get more than 5 to 10 customers, because you have over 10,000 customers to deal with. And if 10,000 customers see what you are selling, you will sell to over 100 and you make in excess of 1 million naira a month. Challenge me. Challenge me. Gilbert is saying, sir, I'm into rentals of canopy, chairs, tables, standing fan, etc. And patronage is only when customers have occasions. And for the now, because of the prevailing economy, most individuals prefer to do their occasions on low-key budget. As such, patronage is very low. So how do I use collaboration to increase patronage? I told you when I started, there is no time that is bad or good. The market remains market, no matter the situation. What people are making yesterday, the people that are making money yesterday are not the people making money today. So don't put your mind and actually create a wall around you that the economy is low. That is the first killer. Once you say the economy is low, you start looking down. And when you start looking down, you'll be looking at the 4 woes of what is happening in society. You will not be able to see the opportunities of people that are happening today. There is no time that is good or bad. Look around where you stay. There are real estate going on. People are building houses. We're in the same country. Are those people building houses now not in Nigeria? Everybody has his time. The time yesterday was for some people. Today, people are out there. Burials don't end. Weddings don't end. Birthdays don't end. So don't close your mind and say things are rough. What you need to do is go out in collaboration to work with people who have what you don't have. If you don't have access, I gave you one example. Go to church administrators. Tell them by giving them a percentage of what you are going to make. They see people that anybody that wants to get married must go to the church administrator to register it. If the church administrator who knows that family, tell them, I have somebody that can handle all the canopies, chairs, and all the rentals that you need. They will listen to him. And if your price is competitive and that church administrator is in tune with the fact that you are giving him something, he will be recommending people to you every week. And if you have to expand it to like 5 church administrators, there is no way you will have problems or lack in the number of patronage that you are looking for. I dare you, come up with your questions. There are challenges, but challenges is what brings out opportunities. Where there is no challenge, there is no opportunity. You can't actually testify, there's no test. There is no testimony without a challenge, and challenge is what brings out testimony. So where there is a challenge, there is a lot of opportunities. Yesterday, we had a lot of importers into this country, importing all sorts of things into this country because they were making money with it. Today, the dollar exchange rate is 1,500. What you need to do now is change the way you think and begin to export things. If you export anything now, they will pay you dollars. If they pay you dollar, what you earn here, you cannot imagine it. I saw an IT expert. He was complaining and complaining. I said, why are you complaining? The world is now a globe. If you have a talent and you can do websites, advertise it all over the world, in Dubai, in London, that is UK, in Europe, in America, in Canada, and put your price there in dollars. You will be competing favorably with the environment there. Because to do website in London, somebody told me it's 1,000 pounds. If you now put 250, in fact, 200 pounds as your own price, if somebody calls to do the website with 200 pounds, imagine multiplying 200 pounds times maybe 1,800 to a pound. You probably will be earning over 400,000 naira to do a website. Who will pay you 400,000 to do a website in Nigeria? But the opportunity is there. All you needed to do was change the way you think, and you get the answers. Are you happy with what you are hearing? If you are happy with what you are hearing, please note, Spread this information. Begin to spread this link so that more people will see what you are saying. Money continue to flow in the streets of Nigeria. I dare you. Whatever you are doing today, let me know. I will show you how you can make in excess of 1 million naira a month. Things are tough, but only when things are tough, you have more opportunities. If you look down, you'll be seeing the challenges. If you look straight, you'll see people confused. If you look up, you will see the opportunities that are bound. Even during war, people make money. During COVID, there are people that made money with COVID. Meanwhile, some people were sitting at home doing nothing. I challenge you today. If you are unemployed, if you are poorly paid, if you are struggling with your business, that is my number on the screen, 08052551000. WhatsApp me now. I will hold your hand and show you how you can start that business without 1 naira in your pocket. I will show you how you can help people and you'll be making money. I will show you how you can even become a landlord without 1 naira in your pocket. I will also show you how your business can grow in multiples if you know how to collaborate with people around you who have what you don't have. Challenge me. I'm open to challenge. If you know you are a parent, if you know you are working in an organization, if you know you are a government agency, and you know you are a development agency, this is an opportunity for us to scale up what we are doing now. Send this clip to parents, send it to organizations, send it to government, governors. Let us scale up this. Nigeria is so blessed. The mineral resources we have is enormous. Our climatic condition is fantastic. All we need to do is to reorientate the mindset of our people who have become damaged because of the things we see, we hear, and we feel. Today, there's a huge wall that surrounds our mind. The wall is, I don't have money. You don't need 1 naira to start most businesses. You can grow your business without money. I told somebody you can become a landlord without 1 naira in your pocket. Look at the various clips that I've had. Why are people struggling? People are struggling because they don't listen. They are fixated with the fears, the worries that they have in their mind. There are a lot of people today who are at home. They have ideas. They want to start business. They don't know how to go about it. There are a lot of people that are earning salaries today that don't take them home in 2 weeks, but they are still working in those places. There are a lot of people today who have shops. They sit in the shop morning and night. They don't sell what can take care of themselves, pay school fees of their children, and do things. I am calling on you now to come. A word is enough for the wise. Everything you need to succeed is around you. Money continues to flow in the streets of Nigeria. Nigerians are not picking it. Today, we have exposed to you that collaboration is what makes it bigger and better. Don't try to do things yourself. If you collaborate with someone that has what you don't have, you will be complete. A man is not complete without a woman, and a woman is not complete without a man. When a man and a woman comes together, they have children, and they actually collaborate with things they don't have, and they become whole, and they achieve a lot more. It's the same thing with business. If you are talented, work with somebody that has money. If you have money, employ somebody that is talented. If you have power, employ somebody that is talented that can manage your time. Money on the Streets is an advocacy program targeted at helping people who are unemployed, poorly paid, and struggling with their businesses. It is for everybody. If you know you are struggling with what you are doing today, look at the phone number on the screen and pick the phone number on the screen and begin to WhatsApp me now so we can start talking on how we can move you to the various next level. Nigeria is so blessed. I call on parents today to send their children. I call on organizations to collaborate with us so that we can do this for their members, to reorientate the mindset of their members or workers. I call on donor agencies to come, let's work together and partner to do this together. Government agencies, I invite them to come for collaboration and sponsorship so we can scale up what we are doing now, because money continues to flow in the streets of Nigeria. I dare any state governor, we can reduce unemployment in your state by 30%, given the opportunity, because everything they need to actually succeed is in your state. All we need to do is reorientate the mindset of the people in that state. I look forward to working with parents, organizations, donor agencies, and governments, and the federal government of Nigeria. I thank you for attending this program, and I look forward to seeing you again, same time next week at 12 noon. Good morning and well done, and thank you. You can employ somebody on the street today and make money, because the talented people on the street, what they are looking for is give me money. So, and the mentality of a lot of people today is give me, give me, give me. Change that disposition of giving for taking to giving. You will start making money. If you put an announcement today that you want to employ anybody, that is money to be made. And I can give you every example: a doctor, lawyer, nurse, MC. My senior brother died, wanted to do burial. One person that was not doing anything was the one that coordinated everything. He has the phone number of MC, he has phone number of caterers, he has phone number of everything. And what he put online was pictures of events that he has done. And he put those pictures online, and we saw the pictures and liked it and called her. When we called her, you won't believe it. When you asked for this, everything that was happening in that burial, he had a contact. He brought all of them together, charged each of them 20% of what they were going to pay them, and he charged us 20% of what we were paying them. It was nothing.
So she was a middleman.
He didn't add any value. So middleman today, you can use. In fact, you can use. I can use it to make $1 million this month.
I think
You can use me. You can also use me to make money. So what I'm trying to show to the public today is that there's unemployment is a big problem.
Yeah.
Employing people is a solution to unemployment.
All right, Mr. Francis, thank you so much. The time is up, really. It's really, really up. And there are lots of messages. I don't even know where to start from. And I think a lot of them are directed to you.
So I want to challenge them.
Before you leave, you're going to sit down to answer all these questions they're asking.
No problem.
Me. All right, so it's been a wonderful time. But just before we go, one word from Devon.
Well, just change your mindset.
Correct.
Okay.
Mr. Francis, we will talk after the.
I'm available.
For me, be a service provider.
All right, so that's it. Be
For
a
me,
service
I want to
provider.
beg government to do something about reorientating the mindset of Nigerians. Nigeria is the investment bride of the world. We have everything in Nigeria. All we need to do is to change the way people think, and things will start changing. There is no poverty in Nigeria, and there's no unemployment. All we need to do is change the way people think, and you start seeing results in Nigeria. And we look forward to working with people who are ready to change.
True. You know, I met somebody just recently who was sick for 4 years, and